Jerry, you said to me before the game that you'd take a 1-0, and that's what your side got this afternoon. Important to win those sort of games, I suppose you're saying.
Definitely, no. Well, I was worried about Eastbourne, I'll be honest, before the game, because as you know, I watched them. I like the way Jamie sets his teams up, and he's got some good players in there, and they proved that second half. Probably what might have been aimed at us last season. I keep referring back to last season because that's how you learn from what you were previous. People may say we had a soft underbelly possibly, and we probably lose games where it was a little bit open. And what we've done in this game is we've played well first half to a certain extent. Scored a very good goal off the training ground because we set our stall on set pieces this week, and we've worked on them and changed them. And second half we just dug in, and I remember Ryan pulling off one save. Other than that, it was just crosses. So it tells you our shape's been good. People will be frustrated that we didn't handle the ball well enough second half. We are, players are, but it's really important people remember no game is going to be the same, and championship teams and winning teams get results like that, and that's what we've managed to do today.
You've answered my second question about whether the goal was worked on the training ground. It's 3 for the season now for Robbie Cundy. I mean, I spoke to him at St Albans. He was disappointed with just 1 to his name, but he's almost like coming up with a top scorer now at the moment.
No, it's important to us because if you look at any level, set pieces can win and lose your games. And I was thinking about it all week, and I spoke to Jim this week, and I said, look, I want to change things a little bit. So we changed our setup, and obviously I won't tell you what it is. I changed our setup, we changed our delivery, and as it went in, it's nice to say it went straight off the training ground. The delivery from Manny was superb. The timing of the run was really good, that we felt we haven't got quite right in recent weeks, and a good execution with his header right across the keeper, and it's unstoppable. And that's a young man who's in some very good form, I've got to say. He's adding goals to his performance levels now, and those two at the back there, a special mention for them second half, because they've weathered the storm, they've defended, they've got in front of people, headed it. Their clearances and their techniques are really important as well. So when balls are coming in and crosses, you have to concentrate. It's a technique, it's a skill. Like any number 10 or number 9 will shoot, it's important a defender gets the clearance right, and that's a technique. So no, they were excellent, and just a little disappointment for us that we didn't handle the ball well enough second half. But as we know, when the weather turns, the pitches go a little bit. It's a slightly different game to what you're playing back in August.
It's a first clean sheet for a while in the league. Was it helping? I think basically only 5 or 6 people have played in that back 4 all season. It really seems to help the stability of the side remain strong.
Yeah, it's really important. We've got one of the best defensive records in the league, that's for sure. And playing that back 4, they've got a bit of everything, but they've got now a real continuity and togetherness, and they understand each other. Misha's getting cover round at the right time at important stages of the game. Brian Clark, with that experience in behind, coming to claim those crosses, invaluable. We've got a captain at left back, obviously, and 2 young lads still learning their trade, but improving week in, week out. And Jack was on 4 bookings today, and if he got booked today, he'd have served a suspension. That's never easy. He's aware of that, and I didn't make a point of it, but he was aware of it. And I just said to him there, you know, you've got to stay on your feet at times, give away a couple of fouls where he's committed, and it looks like the player's gone over it too easy. But he's managed his game appropriately, and it means that he's cleared his bookings now, and that's fine as well.
And we mentioned the back 4, well protected in front of them. Well, Frankie Arce had a fine game this afternoon, and James Morton as well.
Yeah, it's a different one for people, isn't it? Frankie's good at that. He enjoys that side of the game, and James is a different one for him, because we all know James wants to get on the ball, and he's got great ability. He seems a little bit disappointed there because he hadn't had an influence so much, but you're not going to be able to play quick combinations in central midfield areas on a pitch that's a bit bobbly. But he's dug in, and he's learning his trade, and it's really important he does that as he develops. I've said to him he'll get a lot of these games in his career, and he's learning as well. But he's a great character, a great kid to have around the place, and everyone to a man, they've dug in and got a very vital 3 points.
We've got a rare Saturday off next week before the FA Trophy resumes a day later. Any plans?
I'll go and watch a game of football probably, just for a change. We'll be out watching games. It's important we do that. I said to the boys there, we didn't mention it too much before the game, and spoke about how we can go into the FA Trophy with a win, because you just wanted to concentrate on the performance levels, and it was a nice win for now to go in and be relaxed in the FA Trophy. It's important to us. We want to try and win it, but it's nicer going into it with 3 points than not, that's for sure.
And I understand you sent one of the players out to keep an eye on opponents next week.
Yeah, Matt Richards has gone down to Horsham, so I spoke to Matt. He's coming back. He's starting his rehab next week, starts running, and he's an experienced player that knows the game. So I trust him going down. I'm going to speak to him now in a minute in the car, and look forward to hearing what his detailed match report is on Horsham. So hopefully he's had a nice day out, and we've enjoyed our time here today. 3 points is all important, and that's the main thing here. Saturday night at 10 to 5 that you've got 3 points.
Good. You got any more?
On Horsham game, when you're playing a lower league team like that, is, I guess, one of the most important things is just putting in a professional performance and attitude.
Yeah. any team, Henry, any team that we put out, and the type of characters I've got, it'll be professional. The characters are right for that. The attitudes will always be right. It'd be tactical. It'd be going down there. I don't know what they're about. I really don't until I speak to Matt. So one thing for sure, we know it's on 3G. We train on that week in, week out, so that's okay. And the pitch will be even, so it'll roll nicely. It'll suit us. So yeah, we'll wait and see. It's a nice one actually. A Sunday. It's a little bit different. It's 3 o'clock on a Sunday, and we'll have to make sure the training week's done right, because it does mess your training week up a little bit with how you train and when you train. So we'll look at that now and make a decision on that in the week.
2 new loanees in the squad. What are they gonna bring to Bath City?
Well, they're 2 hungry young boys, Bristol Rovers. Dion, as you can see, he's got good athleticism. He likes to run in behind. We didn't give him enough of that, I don't think, but the times he did, he looked dangerous. And Mo's a technically gifted player, left footer, will fit into our philosophy well. Just felt it wasn't quite right to get him on. He hasn't trained with us, neither of them have trained with us yet, so it was done late yesterday, so probably not the right time to put him on in this game. But we'll bed them in and see if they can enjoy a month with us.